Hey beautiful people, so I wanted to come talk about postpartum hair loss with locks. For those of you that don't know, my son is almost 2 years old, so I am like 21 months postpartum. I breastfed my son until he was 20 months. I am pretty active. I work out and I eat pretty healthy. I don't eat any red meat or anything like that. So my diet's not outrageous. I try to have my adequate amount of water, and I still experience postpartum hair loss with my locks. My locks are 3 years old, and after I had my son, I definitely was adamant that I was not going to experience postpartum hair loss because I always drank my water, I was doing all the right things. And so I was in denial that I could actually get postpartum hair loss. And so every now and then I would see little hairs falling in the sink or falling on the floor, and I would say, that's not my hair, or it's just a little shedding, it's nothing serious. And it wasn't until I looked in the mirror and literally the front row of my locks were hanging on by strands in the front. Thankfully, I had just combined a few on my edges, my hairline, before I gave birth, so those locks survived. So all my locks survived, but if I hadn't combined them, I would have lost those locks. Postpartum hair loss affects, I believe it's like 40% of women just naturally. There's nothing you can do about it. It's genetic. It happens, right? But with locks, because it is a accumulation of shed hair, and you can't comb it, you can't really camouflage it because your hair is already parted, you definitely see it. So, and it's something you have to go through. Again, there's nothing you can do about it. It happens. It will grow back. It's hair. So once I accepted it, and it didn't happen until I want to say, or I didn't accept it until I was about, my son was maybe 7 months or so. But it really started happening around 4 months postpartum. That's when a lot of the shedding begins. That's common. So what I used was the Alake Naturals Essential 17th Hair Growth Oil. It helped tremendously. Like, once I started using that oil, this is not sponsored, it's not paid. Literally, that oil really helped me. Once I started using the oil, I noticed my hair starting to strengthen back up and come back in. So if you are postpartum, you have locks, I would definitely suggest investing in that oil. You can check out the review here. And from one mother to another, just accept it. Don't worry about it. Don't fret. Your hair is going to grow back. It's going to be okay. If you're thinking about getting locks, I would highly suggest waiting until after you have gone through the postpartum shedding and all that good stuff. So typically a year after you give birth is like a safe time to have locks installed, understanding that your hair is still growing back in. With my edges, I had to wait, I want to say it was like 4 months before they were long enough for me to incorporate it back into my locks. So it takes time, but it's hair, it's going to grow back. And if you're just looking for some encouragement of things that you can do while your hair grows back, definitely head over to curlygrowth.com. I have a great article for you that will really help you to get through the postpartum hair loss as it relates to locks. So thank you so much for watching. And if you're interested in motherhood, head over to Pieces of JoJo. That's my personal channel where I share all things related to motherhood. Thanks for watching. Bye.